Hi guys, it's Borkson. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. So guys, I really done this video in 2 parts. But I didn't realize how long the list was, so I sat down and tried to film it before. So guys, these are character deaths that upset me. 1. Chris, Stand By Me, stabbed trying to break up a fight. Guys, I don't even really remember this movie, but all I remember there was a death in it. I remember a little bit. And a character died. So I had to Google it to look it up. So 2. Thomas, My Girl. I believe he was stung by a bee. Guys, that entire scene was so heart-wrenching. The little girl, because it was just heartbreaking, you guys. It was just really sad. And as a young girl, I could relate to the girl in the movie. The movie had me crying. It was really, really sweet, guys. I would go more into detail if you want me to. I can in a separate video of each character. These are out of order, by the way, obviously. 3. Fred Weasley, Harry Potter. You guys, I left the movie theater seeing Harry Potter. And, oh, I just told you guys, this is spoilers. These are character deaths. These are all spoilers, guys. And they killed Lupin as well. He's also on this list, guys. Me and my friends left the movie theater practically crying. We were scared. We were upset. And my dad, as soon as he seen us, took one. You can't go in up bring up that at least one video a week, right? Remember, my whole life was around my father. So, of course, he's going to come up in videos, guys. My dad stood up and said, "Ladies, what's wrong?" He took one look at us and we were practically crying. And I went, "Daddy," and started hugging him. He was like, "Did something happen?" And I said, "They killed Fred off." Now, guys, it doesn't make sense because on this list I have it further down. When Finn died, and then because of Finn, guys, anyway, my dad said, "Honey, he's in heaven." I said, "Daddy, wizards don't go to heaven." He said, wait a minute. Is it the actor or the character? Because, I was crying for a week, couldn't barely get out of bed, very upset. And I said, "Dad, it's not James, it's Fred." He said, "What is the difference?" I said, "Dad, James Phelps is the actor. It's not James, it's Fred." He was like, "It's not James," and you're acting like this. My dad said, "I thought it was the actor." He said, "Honey, it's not the actor." I said, "No, it's the character." I said, "This is ridiculous." It was, but it was Harry Potter fans. I was heartbroken. 4. Finn Hudson. So, guys, I have trouble pronouncing names, so please go along. Guys, I don't remember what the reason was they gave for Finn's death, and I don't even remember if I even watched that video. I watched a video of a clip, but I don't remember too much. He passed away because his actor Corey, I'm sorry, because it's based on his last name, passed away of a drug addiction, I believe, of a drug overdose. Heartbreaking. So they killed his character off, too. Which is like, okay, sometimes they kill, sometimes the characters die because the actors died, or because the characters. As I'm saying this, guys, I just thought of another heartbreaking character death. I'm gonna put at the end if I remember. Probably it's bonus. There's too many. 5. Remus Lupin in Harry Potter. Guys, the fact that he died fighting for Voldemort, and his son would then be an orphan like Harry was heartbreaking. Especially somebody who lost both their own parents. It's heartbreaking, guys. Lupin was kind of hot now when I watched Back to the Future. 6. Jeremy Gilbert, The Vampire Diaries. I believe Catherine bit his neck and drained him. His blood is dropping over. But they do bring him back later on in the series. I'm kind of like, okay, to have us all worked up. Because if you guys don't know, I did do actors and, the actors, the descendants, basically, former actors, dancers, and singers, the sons and grandsons, and his grandson was on the list as actor. I love Steve R. McQueen. I call him Steve McQueen, but he is Stephen R. McQueen. I call him Steve McQueen. So it's confusing. Stefan Salvatore, The Vampire Diaries, died in hellfire to save the city and died with Catherine. Now, guys, there is a fan theory that was not Catherine who died with him, but Elena. But we'll discuss Vampire Diaries, fan theories, and theories, guys, in another video. If you want, comment down below, guys, because I think we're doing that for Halloween, so. Because, I was not happy to kill Stefan. I was furious. I add 8 because I know what it's like to lose a father. And I couldn't find the clip. So, guys, Klaus Michelson, The Vampire Diaries, the originals, he died to save his daughter Hope from the Hollows evil witch, guys. And tell you something, guys. Watching that at first, watching the show, it didn't even affect me. Years later, I played the part back I played that part, the clip back about 2 years before my own father died, and it had me crying. It was emotional. I actually was torturing myself on my own father when real life was laying on his deathbed. I tried looking for that where Hope is saying goodbye to her father before he passes away. Him and his brother, they stab each other to end their lives to get the Hallow off of. The Hallow wouldn't come after Hope, and they both killed each other. Very, very horrible, but very, very sweet and loving. So, guys, so the next one had to be Elijah Michelson. They had to stab and kill each other, guys. And I, for that moment, as an adult watching that back, as an older person, not no longer like when it first aired, and I thought to myself, I would hate myself if my dad and father, my father and my uncle and dad had to kill each other to sacrifice themselves for me. I would never want that. Guys, like I say, my uncle is one of the people I love the most in this world, as all the humans on this earth. I love my uncle probably the most. One of the most. Well, I don't hear from him because he's 93 and he's recovering from surgeries and all. But guys, that would break my heart if my uncle would have to pass because of me. That would, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little too sentimental with characters. 10. Klaus Michelson, The Vampire Diaries. Cole, I'm sorry guys, I was on Cole Michelson. I said Klaus. Yeah. So Cole, I keep saying Klaus because I'm still like looking down at the Klaus one. Cole Michelson, The Vampire Diaries, guys. Cole is the brother of Klaus and Elijah. He goes to the house to torment Elena and Jeremy, and they plan to stab him and burn him, and he dies with a white stick. I'm piece my hair out, guys. That gave me night terrors. I was screaming and freaking out for a couple of weeks. It came down to the point where my father wanted to bless my room. He didn't know it came from a show. He thought that I was like, because I started having nightmares of, I don't want to go too much into this, Nathaniel Bazalich burning. His name's house is Bazalich, but Bazalich is how they pronounce it, I believe, over in his homeland, mother's homeland. Guys, it gave me night terrors, and I freaked out and was screaming and crying, and I was actually afraid even, like, when they were first, I knew it was going to happen, so it's all okay, hiding by my dad, and I was like, are you afraid of something scaring you? The cutest thing. My dad said, don't tell me you're afraid of this dude, I will turn it off. If he's scaring you, I will turn it off. And he wasn't scaring me, I knew it was going to happen. I was like, a little scared. My dad was scared. He said, I've never seen you so scared. What, is this all over a character going to die? Like, what? He was a funny dude. 11, guys. This is out of order, of course, by the way. Dr. Aaron Glassman from The Good Doctor was reoccurring brain cancer. So, guys, it broke my heart. It shattered my heart when I was watching an episode where Dr. Glassman and The Good Doctor had to tell Sean he had brain cancer. And as somebody who is similar to Sean, in real life, somebody who, I think Freddie Highmore, my dad said Freddie Highmore deserved an Oscar for playing an autistic person. As someone who probably has autism myself, and hearing your father has cancer. In real life, God, they upset me so much. We were watching the episodes later as they aired, because they didn't air on normal time on channel we watched. I just found real life my father had prostate cancer. So I was able to watch that scene, and Sean's reaction was heart-shattering, guys. It's somebody who had, remember, Dr. Glassman's not really Sean's dad, but he's basically Sean's dad. And having to hear a man that you love like your father, and hear he's got cancer, it ain't funny. It's heart-shattering, guys. I've heard those words so many times. And Freddie Highmore deserves an Oscar for how he portrayed it, and so did Richard, I'm forgetting the actor's last name, who played Dr. Glassman. They deserved Oscars for it. Heart-wrenching, but he died again. He got diagnosed and died. It was dying, but he didn't end up dying. But he did finally die at the end of the series finale, which I still haven't seen because it's too heartbreaking. I can't watch it. These are the ones that are only in books, the next several. Lucy, Pevensey, Narnia. If you guys did not know, there's the last battle of is the final book of the Narnia series. I'm sorry, guys. My copy. No, I don't have my copy. My copy went in house fire. I don't have. Oh, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. I don't remember now, guys. I have a copy of it. I don't remember what I have in my Narnia book collection, guys, but I remember like skimming to it and was like, what? And so you guys don't know, all of the main characters in Narnia die at the end in a train accident. His head on hits and kills them all, guys. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know. It gave me nightmares. That was horrible. So Peter also died with Lucy. It gave me night terrors. Edmund is 14, and 15, and Eustace, their parents, all died. Some other characters died, like not Polly, Polly, the professor I lived with, and their parents, and Jill, all died. They don't say it was Susan because she wasn't there. Guys, oh my goodness, like that, and the whole thought of it. I have my whole theory on what I think happened, but they said that a woman ghostwrote a story about a girl who said her whole parents died in a train accident, her whole family died, and her one brother and sister. Her brother just looked like he was sleeping. Her sister and other brother got the worst of it. I'm like, what? Okay, guys, 17 is Trevor. Pay It Forward. It's played by Haley Joel Osment. You guys, my teacher actually wanted us to watch the movie. He got stabbed to death trying to break up a fight. It was none of his business, but anyway, guys, the teacher didn't want us to watch this movie, and my mom knew. I love Haley Joel Osment. If you guys do not know, I worshipped the ground he walked on as a young girl. I wanted to marry him. I was jealous. I wanted to meet his sister because I loved him so much. I loved him, and his sister is Emily Osment, who's much more known than he is, but he's my guy. Anyway, my mom's friend had the tape and gave my mom the heads up. I said, Mom, we're gonna watch a Haley Joel Osment movie in school. I'm so excited. My mom was like, what is this teacher doing? Deliberately picking Haley Joel Osment movies for you guys to watch? I haven't told my husband. So, guys, we watched AI. We were watching Pay It Forward. My mom said, what is this teacher doing? Deliberately picking Haley Joel Osment movies for you to watch to see her. And the teacher took me aside and said, Carrie, and said, Borkson, look, there's something I need to tell you. And I was like, what? She took me aside out of the classroom and said, I want to let you know, at the end of the movie, he dies. And I was like, yeah, I know. But at that point, I already had known. I said, yes. She said, but Haley's not really dead. It's a character. We talked you down before. I know it's a character. I said, I know Haley Joel Osment isn't dead. Like, he's alive and fine. I said, my mom's friend has this movie. She was going to lend it to me, guys. They never actually got around to watch the movie in school. I hit the class was crying. I wasn't. And I love Haley Joel Osment. I wasn't crying. But it was very emotional. 18, David, artificial intelligence. If you guys may not catch it, if you're watching Artificial Intelligence, also with Haley Joel Osment. The character dies at the end. He wants his mom. His human mom is a robot bought for this family whose son is in a coma, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, it's been hundreds of years. So he said, he meets a woman and says, I want my mommy. He said, well, she's no longer living. He said, I want my mommy. He said, unless you have something of her, we can't bring her back. He says, well, God warning, this is the end of the movie. He says, well, what about a piece of her hair? He said, if you have something of her, he used her hair. They said, but you're getting one go around. When you guys get tired and you two go to sleep, you and your mom will both die. He was a robot, by the way, guys. Artificial intelligence, a robot. And they got rid of him. And he always spent the time wanting his mother back. Such a heartbreaking thought, isn't it, though? I don't even know if I can watch movies as an adult. 19, guys, which is, I think, one of the worst, is Mrs. Wolowitz on How I Met Your... no, it's on Big Bang Theory. Sometimes the guy get these shows, characters' names mixed up. Guys, it was sad. As somebody who went through losing both my parents, and they show Howard losing his mother. I thought for sure, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I thought Howard and Bernadette were going to get that house, and then Bernadette's family members would give them a really beat up house in a really bad neighborhood in California where they live, and they weren't going to move into Howard's mom's house for like 20 years until after Bernadette dies, and then him and the kids move into the house. That's how I thought the show was going to end. I was surprised when they were fixing up and getting the house ready, basically, for them to move in. I was like, it's never going to happen. Like, they will be having fights if I don't want to go to your mother's house. Let's go to your mother's house. I don't want to be at your mother's house. Let's go to my mom's house. Like, I was so surprised when they have Howard and Bernadette actually move into the house. And I actually guessed they'd have a boy and a girl. Yeah, I guessed a lot. I thought they were going to have the boy first, then the girl. But I was like, this is a little too, deja vu here. But anyway, guys, this video is getting a little bit too long. But remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, go hit that bell for post notifications. I'm giggling now after making a kind of Sodom video. Bye.